We've just had a really good transfer window. I think only time will tell, and we're going to find out in this episode as we play Plymouth Argyle in the league and then a Carbao Cup game against Hull. It's episode 21, Club 2 of Bottoms Up. Let's get right into it. I'll bring you up to speed on the transfers in case you didn't watch yesterday's episode. Leave a like on this one, subscribe to the channel, all that sort of amazing stuff. As you can see, this is from the end of last season where we had Christopher Hudson, Peter Taylor and Akeem Thomas, who you should already be aware of based on previous episodes. But Hudson is coming in as he will be a first choice right back. We're going to give a youngster a chance at right back. Peter Taylor comes in as he's got him in the central midfield there. We're training him up to play as a winger over here. 18 years old, might not see a great deal of him this season, but hopefully we'll see bits of him. And Akeem Thomas will be a first choice striker. We're going with youngsters again up top. 18-year-old, he's got a little bit of pace about him. 2.5-star current ability with 5-star, probably 4-star potential. Then the first signing we made, and we actually spent £210,000 on this guy, Ivan Vasic. We brought him in from Leicester City. He'd been on loan to Exeter and Mansfield. At the time, we brought him in as a first choice deep line playmaker, but things have happened since then. Either way, he's 21 years old, 2.5-star current ability, 4 to 5-star potential. We absolutely want to be giving this guy some game time in our midfield. Then we move on to the current part of the transfer window. And the highlight here, Jobe Bellingham coming in on a free transfer. 3.5-star with 4-star potential. He will be playing here as a deep line playmaker. We're relying on Jude's brother Jobe to be really bringing in the chances for us, really creating stuff in their midfield. Then we brought in Brooklyn Foncayo. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly. I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments if I'm not. He will be playing on the left side as a winger or as an inside forward, and really pleased to have him in the team. He looks a really good player. He's coming from Man City's academy. Kwesi Adamu comes in as a backup goalkeeper, but in all honesty, I'm really considering putting him in as their first choice. There's not a great deal of difference when I've done the comparison between him and Maynard Brewer, our number one choice. 2.5-star current with 4 to 5-star potential. We might play him in the cup games, give him the Carbao Cup kind of thing. Not sure about the FA Cup because I tend to take that a lot more seriously. Then my director of football takes credit for this one. £200,000 spent on him, 250,000 rising to. And Bailey Hobson can play in the middle as a shadow striker, attacking midfielder, advanced playmaker. He'll do the attacking midfielder role. He's first choice over Albie Morgan at the moment, but they're very, very similar in attributes and in quality and whatever. Then we brought in our only loanee, which is Phil Burden. We brought him from Man City. It's not Man City, he's from Sheffield United. And he's 6'4". He's got great jumping reach. Okay heading. 3-star current ability with 3.5 to 4.5-star potential. 20-year-old. He comes in, he can use both feet. He will be a first choice for us once he recovers from his injury that's currently on. Then we've got Enrique Sarr, who is 3.5 stars, 4-star potential, 23-year-old. He was on a free transfer after leaving Braga, and he can only use his right foot. He don't like his left foot, but he looks a pretty solid centre-back. He's very good in terms of their star ratings as well. And then Callum, and I don't know his second name, Nieuwenhof, something like that. Again, let me know in the comments. He comes in as a central midfielder. He'll be playing in the ball-winning midfielder role alongside Jobe Bellingham. On a free transfer, I think that's a pretty good signing, to be honest, previously at Brisbane Roar. So if we actually look at our tactic, what I have also discovered is Will Armitage is 3.5 star. I'm pretty certain he wasn't that last season. I think he's had quite a rise in his star rating, to be quite honest. And I don't understand how he's gone up, but others have gone down. Like Aaron Collins has gone down, for example. So that's a bit of an oddity. But yeah, Hudson is out injured. He's going to be out for the next 3 to 6 weeks. And Phil Burden's going to be out for a week. He's got an injury as well. This is the team we're going to be lining up for our first game of the season. Maynard in goal, Pearce at left back, Caffel Heffernan Andrews at right back, Armitage and Shah in the middle of the defence, Jobe and Callum in the midfield, Foncaio, Collins out wide, Hobson behind Akil Thomas. Really giving a chance to this youngster. Don't really fancy Manuel Pisano, and Sam Smith has pretty much been forgotten about. So if we get into today's game, this will tell us a lot, because Plymouth are not expected to be one of the massive teams in the league this season. They're expected to be battling against relegation as well. So we'll have a pretty good idea after this game just what we're looking in terms of our quality being. And I'm hopeful. Go out there and impress me, boys. First season in the Championship. We're away from home. Hopefully it won't be our last season in the Championship. Oh, well, unless we get promoted. But no, we're not getting promoted. But yeah, hopefully it's not our last season in the Championship. Hopefully we can avoid relegation, stay in the league for next season. Plymouth have the first highlight from a corner. They put the ball into the box and it's headed wide. Thankfully. I got a bit concerned then. I thought that was going in. So the first chance of the game going to Plymouth, 16,300 in attendance. It will be interesting to see what sort of attendances we get at home as well. Last season we was averaging 5,500 at home. So it'd be interesting to see if now we're in a better league, if we get more fans come in. But here's the next highlight, and it's Plymouth again. They have it on the left-hand side. They get across in the box, and that's a goal. Casey Wooster, first goal of the season, 1-0 to Plymouth. We might have to rely quite heavily on our home form this season, folks. So here's Joe Bellingham to Sarr. Are we actually going to get a highlight here, or is it going to be taken off us? Sarr to Andrews. To Calum. Finds Hobson. This is looking promising. He finds Foncaio. Oh, yes, Brooklyn Foncaio. I said I thought he was going to be a player, and he certainly does look it. First goal of the season. That was delightful, as the highlight said. And this is a game that's starting to get quite a few moments in it. Can we win the ball back now? Come on, boys. Don't concede after you've just equalised. And they're going to be through here, cross into the box. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I really do hate it when you score and then the other team just equalises or scores again, whatever, immediately afterwards. We scored a minute after they scored, and then they've scored 3 minutes after we scored. Here's the next highlight. Foncaio puts the ball into the box, comes back out to Foncaio, to Joe Bellingham. Oh, he's hit the frame of the goal. Oh, Joe Bellingham almost had a worldie on debut. We have the highlight again. It's Kalen. Oh, it's a misplaced pass, but Foncaio wins it back. He's player of the match for us at the moment. Bellingham with the ball over the top to Pearce. To Foncaio. To Bellingham again. And he's got it. Joe Bellingham, first goal of the season. 2-2. What a game this is turning out to be. Plymouth and Colchester, a 4-goal thriller after 40 minutes. And don't they look good at Jay Bellingham on our score sheet. So that's the end of the first half. It's been an action-packed first half, to be fair. I'm happy with performance to keep it. Well, I'm not really happy with our defending because we've conceded 2 goals, but I'm certainly happy with how we've looked going forward. We've not been overrun in this game either so far. Ball over the top. Cleary for Plymouth picks it up. Don't give away a penalty. They're playing it around quite nicely here, Plymouth. Oh, was that blocked by the defender or saved by the goalkeeper? One of the two. It's gone out for a Plymouth corner. They're going to take a short one by the looks of it. Yep, they are. Cross comes out, and that's over the bar. For a minute, I thought it was going to be a worldie from Plymouth then. Right, next highlights with us is Hobson. Loses the ball, but Kalen picks up, puts the ball into the box. Collins, I thought he was going to have a shooting opportunity, puts the ball back in again. Comes out. Foncaio. Thomas. And Akeem Thomas has scored. Oh, I'm so happy. I really want this boy to succeed. I've put faith in him as a youngster. These highlights are non-stop. I don't know if my heart can take this. Right, Plymouth with pick-up. Oh, what was that? Foncaio. He's gone to pass back to the goalkeeper. He's just given it straight to a Plymouth player who was like a yard out. I mean, that was terrible from Foncaio. And he's had such a great game, but that was just awful. Right, let's look at making substitutions. I mean, a goalkeeper's not covering himself in glory rather. Aaron Collins has not had the greatest of games. Who have we got on the bench? We could bring Hedges on for him. What does Bailey Hobson look like out wide? Not too bad. What do I want to do? I'm going to bring Hedges on for Collins. I don't think that's really a drop in quality there. I think I'm going to bring Turns on for Cathal Heffernan. He's on a yellow card. So I'd rather be safe than sorry in that respect. They have a free kick outside our area. Oof, blimey. I mean, if that had gone in, I think it would have just gone straight through the other side of the net. That was a bullet of a shot. Right, we're going to look at making their next substitutions. If we look at the stats, like I say, looking at the stats, we've not been outplayed at all. We've had more possession, we've had more shots and shots on target. They've had the better XG. We've had more corners. I mean, it's been a pretty even game so far. I mean, a draw probably would be the fairest outcome, to be quite honest. Right, we bring Albie Morgan on for Hobson. Will Armitage, I don't think has been bad or otherwise. But if we bring him off, we can bring Billy G on in his place. Here's a drop in quality, I must admit. Yeah, and Ashley Maynard Brewer has not covered himself in glory in this match. A 6.4. Both goalkeepers are on a 6.4, to be honest. I think if you're conceding 3 goals, you're not going to get a great rating. Right, we've won the ball back. Tom Pearce gives it to Thomas, to Job Bellingham. Pearce, can he get across into the box? He can. Oh, and Hakeem Thomas heads it over the bar. That weren't too far out from being a 4th goal for us. Can we get a winner? I think, to be honest, I'm probably going to settle for... Well, I think we're going to bring Pisano on for Thomas. Just their final substitution. But I won't be disheartened with a draw on their first game of the season. Now I said that, they're going to go and score a winner now, Plymouth, aren't they? Right, here's Pearce to Billy G. Bellingham back to G. To Calum. Finds Hedges. Oh, and Hedges tries one from... Sure, he had better options available to him, but there you go, full time, a 3-3 draw. I mean, that was a thriller of a game. If you're a neutral watching that, you're going to love that game. So, yeah, 3-3 draw from the first game of the season. And next game is in the Carbao Cup against Hull in, 3 days' time. So I'm going to rest a few players. I know it's early in the season, but we've only got 2 days between games. So let's give a 2-day rest to our first 11, and I'll see you back here for the game against Hull. Welcome back. Let's get into the game against Hull. Now, Hull are a championship side, so even though we are perhaps not expecting to win this game, it will be another good test to see whereabouts we are in the standings of the division of the championship. There's only one change to their starting lineup. That's Kwesi Adeyemi, who comes in goal instead of Ashley Maynard Brewer. I did say I was going to give Kwesi some opportunities in cup games and things like that. So he comes in. Everybody else is as they were, with the exception of Ivan Vasic comes in to the bench because Albie Morgan's picked up a slight knock. And Carl Brown I've brought in on the bench as well because we only had Billy G and Ed Turns to turn to, pardon the pun. So yeah, as we are, Adeyemi in goal, Pearce left back, Heffernan Andrews right back, Armitage and Thar in the middle, Bellingham and Calum in the midfield with Foncaio, Collins, Hobson in the attacking midfield roles and Thomas up top. I did just have a loan offer coming for Hakeem Thomas. They weren't going to pay any money for him on loan. I can't even remember who it was because I just rejected it straight away. They didn't want to pay any of his wages and he was only going to be a fringe player. I mean, why would you even make that kind of an offer when you can clearly see that I've started him on my first game of the season? He's been playing for us from the start all the way through pre-season. So here we go, Carbao Cup, 8,659 in attendance at Hull. You never get great attendances for Carbao Cup games, but Adeyemi has the ball, gives it to Sarr. It's the first highlight of the game. Calum gives it to Andrews. He finds Collins to Bellingham. Back to Collins. Can he get the cross into the box, Collins? He was a hero for us last season. I really hope he can continue. Oh, Bellingham to Collins to Thomas and over the bar. That was a nice bit of football that we played there, actually. If we can play nice football throughout the season and pick up enough results to keep us in the league, then I'll consider that a win of the season. We clear the ball, but it goes straight to a whole player. They're coming at us. Oh, that's poor. Adamu, that was really good. Anticipated that well. He's thrown it out to his defender to get the attack moving. I'm impressed with this guy already. And then we've just lost the ball. I mean, and they're through and they've scored. 1-0. Is it disallowed? No? I thought the referee's assistant was going to have his flag up. He's running about down there. But no, we've lost. We've lost. We haven't lost yet. We're 20 minutes into the game. But we are 1 down. Pearce now with the throw-in to Hudson, to Kalen, to Armitage. He goes back to Adamu. Sarr now brings it forward. Gives it to Aaron Collins. He cuts inside. Aaron Collins. I think that was saved by the keeper. It's a corner, isn't it? Yeah, that's a corner. So we get a set piece. Foncaio takes it. Aims for the near post. There's nobody even there. Oh, is that a penalty? Oh, it is. No, it's a goal kick. Oh, I saw the referee pointing then and I thought, oh my God, he's given a penalty. I mean, again, we've had the better of this first half so far. We've just not... They've had one shot on target that scored, of course they have. You know how I feel about that in FM this year, or most years it's like that. Foncaio with the corner. Oh, what's happened there? It's a penalty. We do have a penalty. Who's taking it? I never even thought to think who's taking their penalties. It's Collins. He took them last season and he's buried it. 1-1. A hero of last season, Aaron Collins, gets himself off the mark for this season. 2 minutes of added on time and it's 1-1 at half time in the Carbao Cup game against Hull. We've had a lot of shots on target so far, so I'm happy. And they're happy with that as well. Happy days. Right. Come on, boys. We've had 5 shots on target. We've only scored from a penalty. We've got an XG of 2.31 to their 0.23. Let's get another goal. Maybe another 2. I'm being greedy. We're better than Hull. I know we are. Come on. Bellingham now. Foncaio's picked up a knock, of course. Oh, and Hobson's got a knock as well. These injuries in Football Manager just take the biscuit. They really do. Pearce now with the corner for us. Puts it in. It's not cleared really. Sarr gives it back to Pearce. Can he get the ball to someone? Here's Calum to Armitage. And the highlight just ends. Of course it does. I mean, why wouldn't it? Right, how are we getting on? So Tom Pearce is not... I'm a bit concerned about Foncaio because he's picked up a knock. So I think... So is Bailey Hot. So we're going to take Foncaio off for Ryan Hedges. Now, do I take Bailey Hobson off as well? He's hampered by injuries, so I'm going to. And we put Josh Smith in that role. I mean, that would be a great time to be able to bring on Albie Morgan, really, when if he hadn't gone and got injured as well. I think I'm just cursed that whatever team I manage, they only have to walk out the front door and they trip over the doorstep. Right, Pisano can come on for Keane Thomas. He's not looked particularly good in this game. And now Tom Pearce has got an injury. I mean, my word, what is it with injuries? All right, bring on Ed Turns. I mean, anyone else want to get injured for this? We've already had 3. I mean, to put it into perspective, it's over 25% of our starting team that's picked up an injury so far. Right, Collins with a free kick, puts the ball into the box. And I think that was Andrews that headed it just over the bar. I mean, we're looking at penalties, aren't we? Let's be honest. Right. What do I do here? Do I take off a defensive player to bring on an attacking player? I mean, I've not really got much by way of attacking players in it. Ivan Vasic, if we take off Armitage, let's just quickly have a little jig about. Vlasic can play in the middle of the park. Maybe we can put him here, actually. And then bring these guys in because they can both play in the centre. You watch, we're going to concede a goal now. I mean, I'm not really sure. I mean, it's saying there 3-3-3-1 formation. 3-3-3-1. Yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like a Christmas tree. Right, we'll stick with that. What we also want to do is we want to have a look at our penalties. Who's taking a penalty? So, Josh Smith, Joe Bellingham should be in there as well because he's better options. So Josh Smith, Bellingham, Hedges, then Vasic, who we've just brought on, will come in ahead of Pisano. Then Pisano. Then we bring him in. Foncaio's not on the pitch. We'll just let them sort it out themselves after that. Confirmed changes. Let's play. Hopefully we don't concede a goal now because I've gone down to 3 in defence, 3 in midfield and whatever else. We haven't. Oh, it's a penalty shootout. I hate penalties. Right, let's go to the team talk. Good luck. We're going to need it. I mean, that's a nice thing to say. So Aaron Collins already scored 1 penalty so far. At the end of the day, this is an away draw. And he scored this one. This is an away draw against Hull. So if this was a league game, I'd probably be very happy with this. Sanka steps up against Ademu. Can he make a hero of himself? I mean, you want to start diving the right way if you want to make a hero of yourself. All right, Josh Smith. Come on, Josh. And he buries it straight down the middle. Their goalkeeper stood no chance. Alahaya is the next one to step up against Ademu. Oh, he went the right way. He couldn't quite get to it. Unlucky keeper. Bellingham to take our penalty. And he scores it. Bellingham with the goal. We lead 3-2 on penalties. Griffith steps up to take their third. Look at that mohawk he's got. I mean, to be fair, if you've got a mohawk, you've got to be able to take a good penalty, haven't you? Right, 3-3 after 3. Hedges now. Scores it. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Come on, Ademu. Just be a hero. Make a save. Linen for Hull against Ademu. And Ademu's gone the right way, but it was a good penalty, to be fair. Vasic now. This is crucial for me because I've just bought him on purely for penalties. And he scores it. Well done, lad. I knew I made the right choice bringing you on. Right, we say if Ademu saves this penalty, we've won the game and we're through to the second round of the Carbao Cup. I don't often get through to the second round of the Carbao Cup, so this would be quite an achievement. Murray Campbell for Hull against Ademu. Scores it, sends the keeper the wrong way. I hope this isn't going to be one of these 21-20 penalty shootouts. Right, here's Pisano. What a penalty. Absolutely buried it. Ademu walks back to the goal, walks past their goalkeeper. Luke is their next penalty taker. It's 6-5 at the moment. Luke steps up against Ademu. And Ademu saved it! He's a hero! What a keeper he is! 1-1 after 90 minutes. I'm glad it didn't go to extra time. 1-1 after 90 minutes. We win 6-5 on penalties. We've scored all 6 of our penalties. And looking at the stats for the match, we absolutely deserved that as well. We were the better team against Hull. That was really special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance. Really well done. I'm proud of them. That was a great performance. Right, so what we need to do next is have a look at the Carabao Cup draw. But before we do that, let's pick up these. None of these are big injuries, please. Foncaio, 4 to 5 weeks. Oh, Bailey Hobson, 3 weeks. Tom Pearce, 6 to 7 days. Oh, so annoying. Ademu makes his senior debut. Foncaio injury sparks Colchester crisis. Well, I wouldn't say sparks a crisis, but it's certainly not helpful, that's for certain. Where's Albie Morgan gone? He'll be back soon. Yeah, he's back tomorrow, so we'll slot in there. And who have we got? I mean, what I am tempted to do is this guy here. I mean, he's not rated very highly, but he is a 3.5 to 4.5 star potential player. Do we put him in there or do we go with that, I mean, that seems the more sensible thing to do. And then who can we bring on? We bring on Kai Martin as a cover for that. Either that, or rather than playing him, we can play Kai Martin. I don't know. I'll sort that out near the time. Pierce is going to be out, and we need to bring in somebody that's going to be able to cover for him. That will probably be Ed Turns, to be fair. Then Ed Turns will come out of the team, and Christopher Shepherd can pop back in for now. Oh, right. Okay. We need Hudson back as well. He's still out for another 3 to 6 weeks. Right, so what we'll do is we'll skip forward to the Carabao Cup draw and see who we've got in the second round. Carabao Cup second round draw day. Let's get into it. Let's see who we've got. Big teams will be in this competition. We don't get a cut of the gate receipts and things like that like you do in the FA Cup. So we won't be making money. I didn't even see anything come through saying that we earn a certain amount of money for winning the game. But let's see. I mean, previously we have had Leicester City. I mean, we want really an easy tie and a home tie. So a team in a lower division with us at home, that would be amazing. Either that or give us a Premier League team so we can test ourselves against them. I don't want another Championship team, to be honest. Bournemouth for the Championship against Plymouth. Ipswich, Luton. Gillingham in League 2? No, Wimbledon. Bolton, Stockport. I mean, there's not many more teams left to be drawn. Leeds United of the Premier League against Mansfield. Charlton of League 1 against Colchester. So we have Charlton at Charlton. They're in League 1, we're in the Championship. How have they started the season? 12th in the table. That would suggest a draw, which it is. Okay, so we play Charlton in the second round of the Carabao Cup. If we look at the schedule, the Carabao Cup is around here. So we might do something like Charlton and Burnley. I mean, you look at some of the teams that are in this division. Bournemouth, we know them as a Premier League team. Norwich, Sheffield United, Burnley, Palace, Sunderland. I mean, there are some Luton, there are some Middlesbrough, there's some proper good teams in this division, and somehow we've got to not get relegated. Okay, we'll come back for around this Charlton and Burnley. Might as well follow the Carabao Cup run while it lasts. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 22. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.